There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, look way down the river, and what do you think I see? I see a band of angels, and they're coming after me. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, look down yonder, Gabriel. Put your feet on the land and see. But Gabriel, don't you blow your trumpet till you hear from me. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, meet me, Jesus, meet me. Meet me in the middle of the air. And if these wings don't fail me, I will meet you anywhere. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. Well, meet me, mother and father. Meet me down the river road. And mama, you know that I'll be there when I check in my load. Ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
What is up? Do I have a chipmunk voice again? Is it chipmunk? Warhammer chipmunk style? We're good? Okay, cool. So look, here's the thing. It's been a long day. Okay? We're going to talk a little Warhammer. I'm excited about Warhammer, but I haven't actually had a lot of time to look at all the shit. So we'll talk about some of it, some of the thoughts that I have. In the very small amount of time that I had, I did see a lot of people are panicking. A lot of factions and a lot of people are really, really worried about the new rules. But from what I've seen, my shit is popping. So I'm actually really, really excited. I think all of my armies are going to be pretty busted. I want to find, where is a good place where I can like pull up the rules? Because I have them on the app, but I don't know how to get that onto the computer screen. So, Adam, help me. Where do I find it? Chipmunk Warhammer actually sounds interesting. Let's do that. Yeah, it would be kind of interesting. Is it in a PDF? Well, so like I can pull up the different rules and shit like off the website. How are the Grey Knights looking? Well, you know what we can do? Here's something we can do. And it's not the best because people on Reddit are like, you know, crazy. But here's what we can do. Let's go. Grey Knights 40K on the Reddit and see how they're responding to it. From what I'm seeing, first thing that pops out here, let me show you guys. So do we get screwed, or are we overreacting? Grey Knight's going away. Oh, that's a month ago. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. But like, look, man, look, here's what I'll say. Here's what I want to say just in general, okay? We got a lot of like, you know, Warhammer curious folks. Some of you guys are into the game, you know, you're getting armies, you know, you're building armies or whatever. It's a pretty common thing for the Warhammer fans to just doom and gloom and freak out about shit. So I don't know if this is necessarily the best metric, but let's check out what the Grey Knights thing says. So it says, I've seen a lot of negativity from every 40K community regarding the changes. I've seen a lot of negativity from every 40K community. Okay. We have some units that got down in cost. Voltus went up 30 points. A lot of side cannons now cost 5. So I don't, some of this is like foreign to me because I don't play the game, but I'm assuming these are good units that are staples. I think we need to reconsider how to we list build first. I'm not dooming. So this is like, without even going further on this guy's comment, this is kind of where I'm at. So what I've seen a lot of people complain about are adjustments to point costs that I think just don't make sense yet. But once we get into the flow of the new edition, will make a lot more sense. So like, for instance, sisters. I see a lot of sisters people panicking. And it's not to say that sisters didn't get nerfed. It seems like they did get nerfed. But what I think people are missing is AP is so much stronger now. And so if they kept their AP, I haven't even looked, but if they kept their AP and they have a lot of Melta and shit, then they're going to be blasting motherfuckers off the board. So I think people are just not like, they're looking at all of these changes and they're like calibrating them through the 10th edition games, which is stupid, but that's what I think a lot of people are doing. So I don't know if that answers your question. The Grey Knights people are panicking. This guy says we have a lot of potential, rely less on our go-to bricks, debating whether Voldus is worth it. So again, I haven't really looked at their points, but I would imagine if they're really uppy downy, if they have rules to like leave the board and come back, then yeah, they probably got a lot of points increases. Yeah, so that's kind of a thing. I don't know if that helps you out or not, but yeah, a lot of people are just fucking panicking over the rules and the points costs. I do think though, one thing that basically everybody's bringing up, which I think they're actually right about, is that the Tau, who, oh man, I love my Tau boys. I don't know. Have you guys know the Tau? Have you seen the Tau? They're like the weeb battlesuit mech dudes, the blue fish people. Dude, I think they're gonna be a fucking problem, like legitimately crazy problem. So I do think that a lot of people that are calling that out are probably right to call that out. It seems like they're going to be absurd. Unfortunately, Tau is the army I own the least of, so I could not build a really competitive list right out the gate. And the way the game works is like, basically by the time I were to build that list that would be competitive, they'd probably get nerfed. That's honestly how it works. Ben Clark says, 24 months. Thanks for everything you do, Josh. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Just tell me how the Black Templars are doing. Again, because I don't play them, I didn't specifically look at their thing. We could look at their Reddit and see what people are saying. Let's see here. Black Templars. 40K. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's click on their thing. Wow, some really great paint jobs in here. So some people are cooking some lists. Let me see if I can find like an exact reaction to the whole thing here. What? Certain things, Bastion Task Force costs 3 specifically for Black Templars. There must be some synergy there I'm not seeing. That's crazy. So that's another thing that's kind of wild is points reveal is peak from 11 hours ago. Our support characters dropped in points. Peak Outrider dropped in points. Peak our Ancients dropped in points. Your Terminators dropped by 50 points? What the fuck? Ain't no way. Black Templars might be cooking. I'm hyped about the Terminator, Assault Force, Termi, true recipe for fun. Wow, it seems like you guys are, people are excited on your Reddit. I've not seen that actually. Okay, so there's a little bit of rebutting because they have war gear costs that'll probably bring them back up, but it seems like people are excited. You guys have some good combos. So one of the things, again, I wish I had a good way to pull this up. Let me see. Maybe if I go to Warhammer.com. Where's the Okay, here it is. The Minotaur Field Manual. Oh my god. Holy shit. I mean, I guess, yeah, it is a lot. Holy shit. Okay. So, oh man, a lot of this, see, this is what I don't, this is just going to be like super foreign to you guys though. That's the thing. And I wish if I had it on the app, it would be much better, but that's all right. We'll do the best we can. So one of the things that's making armies, or at least this is what people are looking at right now, as far as what is making armies good or bad, is the combos. And that mostly has to do with the detachments. So unlike in 10th edition, you select a combination of detachments which give you a whole bunch of like rules, basically. And they have different point costs, right? So this one's 2 points. Auric Champions, Lines of the Emperor is 2 points. The Might of the Morator is 1. Knoll Maiden Vigil 2. Shield Host 2. Silent Hunters is 1. And you get a pool of 3 points for this. 3 detachment points. And what a lot of people are noticing right now is that certain armies that had, because all these rules are imported from the last edition, so a lot of this stuff people are familiar with, but again, there's so many macro rule changes just to the edition overall that I think people are not, they're not able to accurately like understand it. But we do kind of come in with the information from the last edition. So what people are noticing right now is the different combinations that these things have. They also give you a selection. Each one of these gives you a selection of the rule. So you see the colored part here. So Auric Champions cost 2 points. It gives you priority assets as a rule set. Okay. And then it has a bunch of enhancements. It has stratagems and stuff like that too. So with just the custodies, right? Because this is one of my armies and I played the shit out of them. There's some pretty crazy combos that you can do. So I was looking at one that I don't even know if it'll be good, but it's the one that gives you the bonus to your it's not that one. It's the one that gives you the bonus to the dreadnoughts, and running that with like Lines of the Emperor is pretty crazy. Yeah, there's just like, I didn't even have time because they fucking screwed up the whole stupid Spider-Man thing. But that is basically what is getting people excited or making people panic. Some of them do seem mismatched. So like in some other armies, I've seen some people complain about how it seems counterintuitive, the thing you're getting. And this is another reason why Tau are so strong. So if we were to go back to Tau, let's see here. Where you at? Where's the Tau boys at? So here's like the main problem right now, I think, with Tau. Montcau, this one right here, it was the strongest thing. It's still the strongest thing, and it gives you Purge the Foe. So it gives you exactly what you want with that build, and because of some of the new rules that allow you to be more hidden and some of the changes to like stealth and stuff like that, this shooty army that wants to kill you, that can set traps, that can really stage well, like it just seems like it's going to be absurd. I think Cao Yan and Advanced Cadre were another combo that people were talking about. It's just super stupid. So for me, the one thing that I really cooked on, like I can actually talk through my Dark Angels list a little bit here. Because I think dude, I'm excited about all my armies. Like I said, I don't really have the ability to field in on the tabletop a Tau army that I think would be busted. I could probably field a pretty busted Custodes army. But what I'm really excited about is the Dark Angels, and I'll try to explain this. I don't know how much of this will even make sense, but with the Dark Angels, I'm literally running 3 1-point detachments. In fact, let me just like pull it up on the app. I wish I could pull this shit up on the app on the screen. Okay. So this thing runs the Dread Cadism, which gives me the where's that at? The Dread. Oh, it's in the Space Marines, is it? No, it's got to be here with the chaplain. With the chaplain. Am I missing something here? Oh, so it's not. Oh, that's kind of stupid, dude. It's giving me the rules, and it's not giving me the name of the detachment. Well, that's all right. Okay, so Librarius Conclave, basically a 1-point detachment that makes my wizards really crazy. Then I rock the Plasma detachment, which gives my Plasma homies extra benefits. And then I rock a 1-point Chaplain detachment that gives my Chaplain's benefits. So look, again, some of this is not going to make sense to you, but I just want to like talk through why this is fucking crazy. First of all, it gives me 3 different kinds of mission types that I can select from, which is cool. I haven't even really thought through which one I would do with this, because it's like literally this is the first day and I'm just like trying to put cool shit together. But it rocks 3 10 squads of Plasma homies. Here, let me do this. Let me pull up the actual game on Tabletop Simulator, and I can show you what I'm talking about. That'll be easier. That will make it easier to explain. I might not have a chaplain, actually, but that's all right. What the fuck? All right, I'm just gonna go to... Yeah, I'll just go to this. Right. Okay. Let me just try to explain this. I gotta have a Hellblaster in here, right? I don't have Hellblasters in here? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's all right. Don't do it. All right. All right. Load up those Dark Angels. I see some Hell Blasters. I'll just do Hell Blaster 3 and Hell Blaster 2. Let's get a chaplain too, just to make sure. Ooh, they have the new. Oh, that's not. Is that the new librarian? No, but that guy looks fucking sick. Oh, I like that. Is it gonna make me? Okay. Oh, let's do the interrogator chaplain. I have one of these. I have to build it and paint it. Ooh, look at this chaplain. He looks so cool. All right. No. Hmm. All right, let me try to explain this, okay? Give you some visual aids. Which one did I just do there? Hellblaster 3, probably. Let's do Hellblaster 2. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, I think, let me double check here. We went 2 chaplains, 1 librarian, so... Oh. Boom. Boom. Librarian. Oh, no, no, no. Do, 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 do. Just give me a second. It's gonna take a second. Jeez. Everybody relax. Okay, Azzy, Termy, Lionel Johnson. 5 squad of the heavy intercessors. What the fuck? Five squad of the intercessors. Yeah, got it. Okay, and then 6 inner circle. These dudes are so cool. Probably my favorite Dark Angels models. I've got a pretty cool paint job on mine. Yes. Okay, so everybody shut your mouth and listen. Wait, god damn it. Okay. So, let me explain the way that this shit works. Huh? I've never heard you speak on this, but how do you feel about Xenos? Opinions on Chaos Gods? How do you think about the Emperor? Who holds your fealty? I mean, the Emperor is the best. Everybody else sucks, but the Tau are cool. Okay. So, let me explain this list, okay? So, I have a plasma heavy list. You can see there's 3 of these big units here, okay? Now, these dudes, why can't I? Oh my goodness. Okay. These dudes all have plasma. Why can I not zoom in more? What the fuck? I must have did something weird to the thing here. First person camera, top down, third person. Okay, anyway. So, these guys, very strong, shooty guys. Plasma melts everybody's faces, and it's really, really cool. The Dark Angels are known for plasma homies because they had all this Dark Age of technology shenanigans. And so my detachment is literally making all of my plasma weapons do have extra strength, I believe. I'll double check in a second here. But it gives them extra strength, okay? On top of that, this is a wizard, okay? And this is a wizard. And I run a 1-point detachment that gives my wizards bonus shit, okay? So we have one wizard plugged into a unit that gets a bonus. We have this other wizard plugged in to these Deathwing Knights who are hard as fucking nails, okay? But then I have another thing that's 1 point that gives my chaplains, these homies, it gives them bonus bullshit, okay? So the synergy's crazy. I have 3 bricks. I have 3 bricks of plasma laser homies that are all doing extra damage. You really don't want to stand in front of these fucking things, okay? All 3 of those units have a cool ass homie that is leading them that also has benefits, okay? So let me try to talk through some of this shit. It's like not, again, it's gonna sound so foreign. Warhammer Heresy, thanks so much, bud. This is gonna sound so foreign to some of you, but just try to walk with me on this, okay? So my chaplains have a thing where when they destroy a unit, and it's them or their unit, when they destroy a unit, every enemy unit that's within 6 inches of them has to take a leadership test, and the chaplain just has an aura that's of the same 6 inches that is giving -1 to leadership. Okay? So these dudes, like, if they get into the business and they're blasting stuff and there's like things trying to creep up on my ranged units, I can make it a really, really bad time for them. On top of that, this guy has, let me see here, what is this? Does he have the enchantment? The Petition of Stability. Okay, so check this out. This particular chaplain, his unit has +6 inch on their range, which I guess is just actually a unit upgrade. But yeah, so they'll have +6 inches. So they literally a 10 squad of Hellblasters firing at 30. Pretty crazy. The Librarian, he has an enchantment that gives him basically a bonus move. If a unit comes into 8 inches from him, he gets to move, and his whole unit gets to move. So he's able to be very maneuverable up the board and also be really sneaky when things are trying to come in and take it out. Okay. The other guy, the other librarian. Oh, it's actually 2 librarians. Wait, what's going on here? Huh? What's that librarian got on him again? Oh, the librarian's got the movement shenanigans. What's this other? Hang on here. Hang on here. Oh, the other guy gets ignore cover. So they'll have ignore cover. So it's just like these 3 brick units are fucking stacked, dude. Like they're really, really crazy, okay? And then I've got Azrael plugged into this unit here. Now, Azrael went up in points, but that's because CP generation, he gives you like a special kind of thing that's going to be even more valuable and rare in 11th edition. So he's sick. And then let's see here. What's this guy got on him? Okay, so this unit of Terminators over here, they're basically like super tough. They're not like crazy damaging, although on monsters and vehicles they can actually tear shit up because they have special weapons for that. But they're like almost unkillable. Okay, and so on a battle, like you could place them in a spot where you really want to just jam up your opponent, make them spend way too many resources to try to remove them. And you can be really crazy strategic with that. So that librarian has an enchantment on him that basically allows them to jump around the board. So you've got like this really crazy shielded unit that's really hard to kill that can jump around the board. This unit is a melee sashimi machine, dude. This thing just fucking chews up whatever it goes after. This unit is fucking dangerous. Not very great at range, but really, really good in melee. Like, and what's crazy about it is you plug Azrael into it, and I've found so many people will try to headhunt Azrael, but the inner circle companions are just, they're tough as balls. The lion got points decrease, and that's partially because some of his rules are not as good, like fights first is not as good, but he is a fucking monster, dude. Like this, between these three units, I can basically, with Azrael's unit, I can threaten a side of the board, I can draw attention, I can slaughter things. Like this unit is brilliant. This unit can jump around and be really, really sturdy. This guy can jump around too, so he can like back them up or go other places that he's needed. 3 super big bricks of like loaded up plasma that will, these things will literally fuck up basically anything in the game. Titans, fucking Imperial Knights, like anything that comes near these things, especially with Oath of Moment, it's gonna go bye-bye. This thing is kind of like for my backfield play. It can sticky objectives. The heavy intercessors actually got a little bit tougher too, so I'm kind of interested in how they would be positioned. It's an elite army. Okay, so it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. But dude, like, I don't know. I think this shit's kind of spicy, dude. Like, I think this is kind of spicy. I think this could be really, really good. And I'm excited to try it out. What I'll probably do, and this happens to me a lot of the time, is I'll probably try this out and I'll realize like, okay, this is just a little overkill. And maybe what I will do is knock these units, maybe I'll knock 1 or 2 of these units down to like a 5 unit and free up some points and maybe put some other things out there. But for now, like that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I think it's like really spicy, dude. So I'm excited. I'm excited to try that out. There's a lot of different Custodes combos that I could try out. Tau, again, I just don't have enough I don't have enough actual models to like build properly. So like with Tau, you have these like big battle suits, and you'd want to run like 2 or 3 of those, and then probably a couple of these ghost kills. I'll have to look and see. I really have not had time to like look at what Tau are. Look at how big these things are though compared to like the Space Marines and shit. Kind of crazy. But yeah, so I think I only have 1 Riptide. It's not painted. 1 ghost kill that needs painted. Like, dude, I cannot. Like, I could field probably a 2,000 point Tau army because I actually have a lot of Kroot. But yeah, no, that's not what I'm going to do first. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I want to tinker with that list. I want to play against Adam, maybe some other people, and test this Space Marine list. And then I'll mess with a couple of Custodes lists too, just to see. Oh, Adam, thanks for showing up. How do I pull up the rules and build lists on a web browser right now? How do I do that? I want to like show my thought process of the list, but I don't know how to do that. Sell me your Kroot? What? Hell no. I like the Kroot. The core rules? The core rules? That's lame. Oh no, I just want to like build a list. And the only way I can do that right now is on the app. And I don't have the app pulled up for everybody. Here, you know what? I can tinker though. Let's just build a Custodes list. Yeah, I'm gonna need to look at this shit more, man. It is a lot. Let's see what the peeps be saying. Let's see what the peeps be saying on the Reddits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. Shield host plus silent hunters. All right, let's see what this guy's cooking. Let's see what this guy's cooking. Shield host. Let me look this up. Okay, shield host. Okay, so each time custodian model mod call ability. Oh, okay, so this is the one that gives you crits on 5 ups. Or you can choose to increase the AP. Of melee. It gives you purge the foe, so that's kind of interesting. Okay. And then hunter. Huh. Still rocking Draxus. I saw Draxus got some points cuts. Let me see you. Hunter. Silent hunters. So this gives your... Oh, wow, that's really interesting. So this gives your Sisters of Silence the ability to do actions after they advance. What? In your shooting phase, this unit can select one visible enemy unit within 12. That enemy unit is nulled. When it's nulled, it has +3 detection range. Reconnaissance. Dude, this is a lot. It's gonna take. That's why, like, I was kind of fucking mad about the other stream because I didn't get the time to actually sit down and look at all this shit. Thanks a lot, Spider-Man. Fuck. Fuck. Any questions? Any thoughts? Huh? Yeah, it's all good. App plus screenshots. I could do screenshots, but it's still not. It's probably not going to make sense. And again, it's like, dude, it's just so much. Like, there's so much to absorb because which would you do here? So let's see here. So he would be shield host and hunters, and he's picking purge the foe at 2,000 points. He runs 1 blade champion with 5 guard, Draxus with 4 guard, blade champion with 5 wardens. So wardens are like a really tough unit, right? So defensible, attacking. That's a tank. 2 small groups of prosecutors, 3 of 3 Venatari. Those are like the flying boys. 9 witch seekers and a rhino. Huh. I mean, it's interesting. I don't have any Venatari though, so I couldn't even run this list. And I also don't have a Custodes Rhino. You know, at the end of 10th edition, people were hot on those rhinos. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm talking about. That's all right. People were really hot on the rhinos at the end of 10th edition. I should probably get one. Yeah, basically all my armies are going to be amazing, and I'm going to go pro in 11th edition. In all seriousness, it does seem like my armies are going to be pretty strong out the gate. And so what usually happens, and this happened to me in 10th edition, man. I've seen this fucking movie before. When we first got into 10th edition, the Custodes were amazing, like completely busted. I'm out of matches. I usually don't like lighting those with a Bic lighter. But so at the start of 10th edition, the Custodes were fucking amazing. Like, it was crazy, the shit you could do. They had fights first for 2 CP. They had free heroic interventions. They had a bunch of rerolls. It was insane. And you could also run a lot of their units at 10-man squads, which would allow you to do all sorts of shenanigans where you could, like, string them out and do all sorts of crazy stuff. They were so good that within a month or two, they got nerfed so badly that they didn't recover for like a year. It was at least a year. It might have been more than a year before I even considered playing them. Like, it was that bad. And that overcompensation, like if you come out the gate and you're incredibly oppressive, the rules team will shellac that army just to disincentivize people from meta chasing it and getting in on it, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know, man. If I had all the models in the world and I wanted to, I'd probably build a Tau army, and I'd go to as many tournaments with that Tau army as I could before they got nerfed, because I think they're fucking ridiculous, dude. They seem ridiculous to me. But I don't have that, and I can't run that Tau army. So instead, what I have to kind of figure out is which is more busted, the Dark Angels army that I can actually physically field, or the Custodes army that I can physically field. And I had a really good shell at the end of 10th edition. I had a really good shell for both armies. I've got 2 tanks for the Custodes. I've got a Land Raider for my Dark Angels. I think I have everything I'd need to run a really nasty Dark Angels list. I don't have any Hellblasters, though. So that really dope list I just showed you guys, I can't even run that because I don't have any Hellblasters. I don't have any Hellblasters. Adam, did you paint your Hellblasters yet? I know you built them. Maybe you can just paint them as Dark Angels. Help me out. I've been told Storm is in Doomsday. What about you? I have no idea. But yes, but no. Dub Nintendo says, how do you recommend picking a faction? There are so many that are so cool, but I've learned some are more expensive and or larger armies. I love the Tau aesthetic. But what if it turns out I hate playing Tau? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay. I would say number one, I have 10, pry them out of my 10 hands. Oh my God. I would say rule of cool above everything else. So if one is just so fucking cool, dude, and you're like, that shit is awesome, then go with that. That is true though, because what if you hate running them? Like, what if you like the Tau? Because Tau are kind of weird to run, actually. Maybe then the next stage would be to watch some battle reports. If you get like an idea of how to run how the game works, which battle reports can help with that too, but like, don't just watch and think you know what's going on. Like, really know what's going on and watch the battle report and just be like, does this resonate with me? Do I like how this army's playing? Some of it is kind of on the model. So the Tau want to just stand back and shoot, and they don't really want to get into close combat. And that should be obvious because they all just have like big guns and shit. So if you think you'd enjoy like being tricksy and being like, oh, now I'm going to blast the shit out of you, then yeah, you'd probably like that. I guess you could run a few games on TTS. You could run a few games on the tabletop simulator and find some people to practice and just try it out. I don't know about that 3x3 Venatari. The list might need a bit more meat, especially if you're paying Purge the Foe. Yeah, I would imagine he's thinking of them maybe as like a deep strike threat. I think the Witch Seekers are going to do way more damage than you think in that list. I think that's kind of what he's going for. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's another thing is I don't have a lot of Sisters of Silence, but I know they're super tough, man. What do I think of Kill Team? I mean, Kill Team's cool in theory. I've played a couple Kill Team games in the beginning of 10th, and they were really fun. But I don't know. It's like just different with the way the rules go. I'd rather personally play 2,000 points. I think 40k is best at like 1,500 points at least. I think once you get away from that, you're not really trading too much in a Kill Team game. So it's kind of like a different kind of game, but it's fun. Glad you brought the Terminator Crux box now. Oh yeah? Why is that? They are smoky in here. They are, but they're generally die if you don't choose your battles. Oh, the Venatari? Yeah, I could see that. I still really like Lions, but yeah, I just don't know about that in 11th. I don't know about that in 11th. We'll see. It's like, again, it's literally the first day. What's so funny about smoking a cigar? I guess I shouldn't smoke a cigar on stream. I should be a better example for the kids. Yeah. You guys could always find a game with each other via the Discord or whatever, you know? Adam and I have played a bunch on TTS. Building a Take and Hold Wolfguard Terminator list tonight. Okay, that's cool. That sounds good. You know what's funny about that is like I could kind of see Take and Hold a little bit more as your style. You did kind of like to play a little more cagey. Hang on, I gotta wash that down with some mead. Oh yeah, that's nice. I definitely I gotta dig in. I wish there was a way I could pull the app up on. I should have done a screen share thing with it. But for me, right? Just looking at Custodes just in general. I can't believe they made Talons 3 points. That's absurd. So let's just see here. So let's say Lions is 2 points and it's Disruption though. What the fuck? What's the disruption? I guess just messing with shit. I guess I could see that because you could split your homies and you want them to kind of be on their own. I don't love that actually. Let's see here. Mine doesn't worry already. Okay, so this was what I was kind of cooking. What the hell? Play with this. Primary missions, force distribution, matrix, rules, game tracker, detachment point, secondary missions. Okay, yeah, this is cool. It doesn't build an army, but okay. So primary missions for Take and Hold. So let's see here. Purge the foe, obviously you're just trying to kill. Ooh, okay, so it's going to tell you which one. Oh, interesting. Okay. When an enemy unit destroys, becomes a concentration unit in range of an objective marker, not yet consecrated. Wow. Okay, so control 1, control more. The enemy home objective has been consecrated? What? Okay, you destroy an enemy unit, it becomes a consecrated unit. At the end of your turn, each consecrated unit in range of an objective, including your home. Okay, so you have to destroy a unit, and then you get the consecrate. So you become like dope as shit. And then you want that unit, after destroying something, to be on an objective marker. I think you stay consecrated for the whole battle, right? Oh, once you make the marker, you're no longer consecrated. So that's weird, man. And which one is that's playing against reconnaissance? So they're trying to like get shit. Okay, I can see how that works. This is a whole thing that like we just are not aware of. One more enemy is destroyed. Second battle runs your command phase. Control one or more, control more. So control and control more. More enemy units were destroyed this turn than friendly units were destroyed in the previous turn. Man, that is interesting. Okay, the meat grinder. This is when you play against another Purge the Foe. This would be very fun, I would imagine. So, one or more enemy units were destroyed. So you destroy enemy units, get 3. Control 1 or more objective markers. Excluding home, you get 4. And then you get for kill more, 5. And 5 if you control your opponent's home. There seems to be a lot of stuff for the opponent's home objective, huh? Okay, so this is if you play against disruption. Choose 1 or 3 enemy units destroyed on the battlefield in range of objective mark destroyed. At least 1 friendly unit. If you cannot do so, choose an enemy unit on the battlefield instead. From now on, those units are condemned. Control 1, control more. Yeah, and again, control by the end of the battlefield, you want to control home objective. So Purge the Foe is not just trying to kill, although that's obviously a thing. It wants to hold 1 or more centrals on this. And that's okay. That would make sense though, because that's like probably going to disrupt take and hold and what they're trying to do. Destroy enemy units. Wow. 4 for each you control. Controlling new stuff. I guess that would disrupt take and hold. Wow. Okay, we already went over that. Man, okay. So yeah, that's actually really good to know. Huh. That'll help you build lists. That'll help me build some lists here. Okay, so let's see here then. So if I did my Moriarty, well, let's just think about this. So this one. Oh man, it doesn't even tell me what it is, does it? Okay. Priority assets, Purge the Foe, or recon. Dude, I'd probably do Purge the Foe. Dude, I think this Dark Angels list would be fucking nasty in Purge the Foe. Adam, did I show you the Dark Angels list? Were you here when I had it on screen? Here, I'll pull it up again. I might change it up a little bit though. Just even thinking about it now, looking at those rules. Do I have auto save? Okay. So this is the list. We got the Lion. We got Deathwing Knights, led by a Terminator that's going to give them uppy downy. He can literally, like, every turn, as long as they're not in melee, rip them up and take them around. Azrael plugged into the inner circles. Heavy intercessors and regular intercessors to work my backfield. And then 3 bricks of 10 Hellblasters. One has the 30 range, the +6 range. One has a shifty move if you come within 8. And the other ignores cover. They all get the +1 strength bonus. The chaplains have the aura, and anytime they kill something, they're going to make leadership tests happen. The librarian gets all his shenanigans. He's given them 4-up invulns. He's giving them all the shenanigans from that Librarius Conclave, which also will be on the Deathwing Knights. Dude, this list fucking hammers. And then with the uppy downy of Lionel Johnson and the Terminators, I think I can get to that home objective, and I can definitely play very strong in the mid-range versus like take and hold. Yeah, man. The only thing I could see maybe doing is like, maybe this is a little overkill, right? And so maybe we trim 2 of these down to 5 squads. And then what would that do? Let me just look at what that would do. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let me look at what this would do. So that clears up 220 points. Is that a land raider? I mean, I don't even need a fucking land. Although, hang on, let me think about this. Oh, you know, it'd be fucking nasty, dude. Is the Brutalis the one? No, it's not the Brutalis. Which is the one that has the plasma? Redemptor? Ooh, Interceptor squads would be nasty too. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's do an Interceptor squad. And then how much is the Assassin? Is she still only 100? She still has the Vect. Ooh, that's kind of fucking nasty too. So it would hit less hard, but would have more range. So let's see here. Dread. Do I have a Redemptor on here? Boom. And then Caladius Assassin. And then Interceptors. Because these homies have plasma too. Oh, wait, that's not them. Inceptors, probably. Primaries, Inceptors. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Push them back. Them back. So then we'd have movie, ignores cover, 30 range on the 10 brick. This has a plasma gun. It would get the benefit. These guys have plasma, and they can drop within 6 unless their rules changed. Yeah, holy shit. Dude. Dude, you come in, supercharge them at 9, or no, what does the supercharge give? Yeah, you'd be at 9 or 10 strength, depending. Holy shit. Yeah, that'll just melt. This could be nasty. By the way, the Lion also has a plasma, and if he uses the plasma version of his pistol, he absolutely gets the benefit from that. This shit is nasty, bro. This shit is nasty. Inceptors are going to be pretty popular this edition. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I might, yeah, I'll tinker with this, but this is a decent shell. The problem is I don't have the fucking Hellblasters. I do have Inceptors. I do have the Redemptor. Yeah, I have everything here but the Hellblasters. So I'd have to, and look, I think I'm just going to have to fucking get some Hellblasters. That's just what it is. I wonder if they're already jacked up in price, though. I wonder if people are already gouging them. Anyways, probably not our best Warhammer Wednesday stream, but I'm excited about the rules. Unfortunately, I didn't get to really look at them too much today because of all the Spider-Man stuff. I'll take a look at everything else, and then maybe we'll even plan to play a game or something next Wednesday, depending on what's going on. We could play a game or like run you through a battle report, maybe. That would be a good thing to do. I know some of you guys just like the lore stuff too, so we can get into the lore too. But overall, I feel like I almost have like an embarrassment of riches. All three of my armies seem like they're going to be really solid, but there's just so much to the rules. Like there's so much to them. But yeah, it's going to be great. Like I'm excited. I'm hoping to go get a box this weekend. I think my Warhammer store will probably have extra copies, hopefully, and I can pick up a copy and I'll start building some stuff up and painting some stuff up, and then man, I'm so excited. I'm trying to get my buddies to do another sort of get together where we can all play a bunch. I'd like to start going to some tournaments. I want to win a tournament by the end of this year for sure. And that would be cool if I could. It would be super fun. Probably depends on what secondaries you think you can do. Yeah, that's true. I haven't even looked at all that. I mean, I know they dropped certain ones, certain secondaries they made into primary. So yeah, no, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot to get into, but the thing that's cool about this is a lot of options. You know, not everybody. I think some armies are feeling the heat, but there's just so much to it. I think it's way too early to call, like, this army sucks now, this army's going to be really good. Other than Tau, I think everything's in flux. Oh, yeah. Like, it's going to be a while. I've got a lot of... I actually am bringing on a bunch of editors. A bunch of people reached out. They're a ton of talented folks, too. So I'm kind of going through that. And we're going to bring on some editors. I got, you know, Warhammer channel plans and Den of Nerds plans and all kinds of plans. So, yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Anything else? Is there any way I could help y'all? Can I help y'all before we get on out of here? Can blame Spider-Man for me not having all my lists ready to go. What's the email for the editing position? thedenofnerds@gmail.com, brother. Armageddon box is a first purchase or stick to a combat patrol? Bro, I'd stick to a combat patrol. I would just don't get overwhelmed with that. It's an expensive box. Unless you're going to eventually build orcs as well, you're going to have to find somebody for your orcs, or unless you are an orc player. I would wait, brother. I think there's a lot of good boxes coming out in the next 6 months for sure. And there's great stuff you can get right now. Like, dude, I'll start so small. Like, what army are you going to play again? I'd love to help on the esoteric channel on just no. Oh, you're not an editor? Well, send me an email anyway. See what we can do. I don't know, man. We'll see. Succession Tactical, the Black Dragons, crazy bone growth. Yep. Yeah, dude. That would be sick. Yeah, the Black Dragons are super cool. The Salamanders are awesome, just in general. So, yeah, they look to be very strong this edition as well. I think the Because you can run 2 flame detachments with them, can't you? Understood. Haven't even decided what army. Okay, so here's what I would say. Get like an intercessor box, bro. And they might only come in 10. Maybe you can find a 5 box. Or get like a starter set that just has 3 Marines. And the reason you want to do this is because the intercessors are kind of like a shitty squad. So you're not going to be great at painting at your first squad. So grab something that's like not that big of a deal, okay? And just learn, you know, because like you want to get the mold lines out, like you want to, like you'll get the sprue, right? And then you cut out the things, but then you got to like get the mold lines off of it, like scrub it off with an X-Acto knife, you know, paint it. It's a whole fucking thing. And you're not going to be good at it at first. Unless you have experience hobbying, you're not going to be good at it at first. So start, maybe experiment with slap chop. I would definitely use contrast paints. Watch a lot of tutorials online. And put together like 3 dudes, you know, one at a time. Just like real slow. And you'll learn so much, dude. By the time you get that intercessor box done, like you're probably ready to jump into something else. And you can even try some fun things on the next thing that you try. But yeah, I'd say like go slow. No reason to push it, both from a money standpoint and also just a hobby standpoint. Like, it's kind of weird, like going into 11th, I actually don't feel a huge draw to buy much at all. I don't even need to get the Armageddon box, but I just kind of decided to because Adam's going to buy the orcs off of me. And I was like, and by the way, I might not even get one. If there's none available, I'm not going to like cry about it or go crazy. If they have one, I'll get it. But I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't even need that box. I have basically everything that I need other than maybe the Hellblasters, right? And Hellblasters are not expensive. They're not hard to find. They're not expensive. They're a standard Marine. So, like, I find myself in a position going into 11th where it's like, I don't really need to spend a lot of money and I don't really need to buy or build a lot of new units. It's more like, well, what do I want from what I have? And then maybe as I were building lists or whatever, or the tournament scene develops and I was like, oh man, I could really use another one of these units, or this, I'm really loving this in 11th, so I need another one. Like, for instance, Blade Champions. I loved the Blade Champion in 9th edition, but he sucked balls. Like, he looked cool, but he was terrible. When we hit 10th and he was good, I got 3. So I've got 3 now. And I kit bashed a couple, and that was fun. That I think is like where you should do your hobbying. Like, feel the game out a little bit and find the thing you really like that you fuck with, and then maybe find a good deal, you know, either eBay or like a Facebook marketplace, get something on the cheap. That's a fun part of the hobby for me too, is like finding a good deal and, you know, building out my army that way. So yeah, dude, you do not need the Armageddon box. That would be overwhelming to start with that Armageddon box, I think. Doubling up tanks seems to go well. Yeah, tanks are really good. It depends on the army, right? Certain armies need tanks. So if you're a Sisters or Silence player, you're going to need tanks. You're just straight up. You're going to need an Exorcist. You know, you're going to need some Rhinos. What are their tanks? I think they have like Executioners. Like they have a heavy metal build, which is like almost all tanks. But either way, you're going to need some artillery. If you're playing guard, you're going to need some tanks, period. You know, you need tanks to be able to play guard. And the Rogel Dorn tanks are fucking awesome. So like, why wouldn't you run those? Custodies need tanks. I have 2 tanks for a reason, because the Custodies, you know, their range is just so limited. You need a couple. You need to take over some gun lanes just to kind of like move things around so your melee units can sashimi people. So they're pretty necessary. Yeah, I have more dreadnoughts than I have tanks for my Dark Angels, though. No, Z, I totally get it. It's not for everybody. No updates on the Cavill show. I've heard some things behind the scenes, but nothing concrete. Oh yeah, Drew, for sure. We've been thinking about that. We have we've been doing deep dives for members on certain Saturdays. We've been like deep diving on the old Marvel movies. We're gonna do Thor this Saturday, actually. And I'm excited for that. But I also have these big breakdown videos that we've been working on, which we're going to wait to release until a little bit later in the year when all the hype's up at maximum. But yeah, definitely. Transporting units is crucial as well. Yeah, totally. So I think transports are very good. It is sort of a style thing. They're obviously very useful, and certain armies I think can make better use of them than others. But yeah, it's just kind of like your style. You know, what do you like? What do you like to do? But all right, everybody. Well, look, man, appreciate you guys. Sorry, this one was like nerdy and unorganized, and I was sweaty, and it's Spider-Man's fault. It's Adam's fault. It's definitely not my fault. But thank you for being here. Either way, I appreciate you. Much love, everybody. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome Monday nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. All my armies are busted. Let's go.